Okay.
Oh, yeah. Pale Pillar.
Go ahead and start a new character. Use my female variation of Mornar. Go young. Now I'm going to focus on skill and potentially blood tinge. So we want something with as little strength as possible. Professional's probably the right one here. Low vid, reasonable endurance. High skill to begin with, because we're going to take after the threaded cane. Move on to other things. So go ahead and take a professional. Boys. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's see. Just go with very slim. That's reasonable. Um, yeah, sure. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Ah, loading screens. I've missed you.
Good. All signed and sealed.
Let's get that. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Of course, this is locked, but we all know it's coming from the other side on that. Here's a werewolf, which I actually think it is possible to kill with your bare hands, but it's definitely non-trivial. So I'm gonna pull a epic Negro and just run away. Everything to do with me. Time to give up. Yeah. Oh, maybe he did not.
Away! Away! Go!
No death. And we'll go get ourselves some weapons. So in this playthrough, I'm focusing on all things skill. So I'm gonna pick up the threaded chain. I'm also gonna get the other gun. I'm also thinking of being like a real heavy shooter build. No arcane, no strength, which is more or less what I did in my last playthrough. So there won't be any cannons in this playthrough. I'm gonna be running after the Chikaj weapon, which is a very heavy skill-based weapon. I didn't start with the cane because it's the most different than what I've used before. So, yeah, that has C scaling on skill, so that's the one we want. And then, only because I took the blunderbuss before, we're gonna get something with more damage. We can again potentially buff with more stuff later on. Put our notebook in here. Talk to this guy. What up, brah?
Well, this was
So we can't use the doll until we get our first piece of insight. There's a couple of ways we can do that, besides actually talking to the Cleric Beast. Nothing really worth buying here. So we'll go ahead and see. Get a feel for this. Pretty simple. Long range on this. Does it not have a charge attack? And then there's that one, which is a nice thrust. Okay. One of the other goals of this playthrough is to actually catch up to my brother, who started about the same time as me in his other playthrough, but has been playing a lot slower. And so I want to be able to level up a character that I can help him in some co-op stuff. And load times. And load times. Some of our primary goals here is obviously going to be to get the shortcut open, because it's a good place to start. That's a handy weapon because of its reach. It's a longer range than you initially think it is. Yeah, that is a handy thing. I do think I kind of like it. Seems to have a nice little get multiple guys. It's a jump technique. Very effective. Still, it's not a bad weapon. I actually kind of like it. The range is very, very desirable. Charge up. I'm gonna play with this in this mode. Molotovs. Do like myself some Molotovs. All these items we missed when we're running away from the wolf. I accidentally do a gesture because that's from the X button and pushing a direction. There's not really any reason to kill the wolf other than like better vengeance. Blood vials. Kill this friend here. This guy's one of the more annoying enemies, but interruptible if you don't fail like I just did. And then fail again like I just did. And then fail a third time like I just did. So do any of those fails. Okay, then look down. You fight a lot of those guys later and they're still annoying then. Ugh. They really, really need to fix the loading screens in this game. This gun shoots a little slower than Blunderbuss, maybe that's in my head. Or my soul. Or my blood. You actually have them. You do actually have them. Oh, hi, the Shums. This does not shoot as fast as the Blunderbuss. I like it less. that's not what you want. That's not gonna end well in business. No, I didn't die. What do you know? Oh dear. There's all my intro blood just washed away. Very first time I played this, I basically fought all the way to the boss without dying, and then lost like 4,500 blood, which at the very beginning of the game is a lot of blood. Did you beat the game yet, the Shums? Do you even play Bloodborne anymore? Do you even play games? This guy's offended my honor, so we're gonna go explain things to him. How do you even stun this guy? Yeah, my brother actually beat The Witch of Hemwick while I was at his house this weekend. This guy can just suck a dick. Like all of the dicks. Drops of blood vials. Lame. Alright, let's see if we can hurry up and open the shortcut. Get these guys before they sneak up on me. Comprehensive lesson by Nick. Do what I just did. You will find yourself having not dodged. There are no other steps. Okay. Yeah, the Shums asked if this is going to be a skill playthrough, and that's exactly what it is. Skill and probably blood. Yeah, my first character was mostly Ludwig's Blade, and I leveled up my arcane and played around with a lot of the arcane weapons. So I'm mostly just pushing through to get the Chikage, which is a weapon I really want to play with, which you get from what's it called? Castle. God, Cargill. I've already forgotten. Anyway. weapon I really wanted to play with in the last playthrough, but haven't had a chance. I like the range on this thing, but I think it's a little bit overkill. I actually think I might recommend these weapons to new characters. Your rally back. There you go. Yeah, I really like Ludwig's Holy Blade. It's just such a good moveset. Seriously. Stop burning me. Swing a sword or something like a normal person. See how you didn't burn me? See how I ran out of stamina at the worst possible time right there? Okay, what do we got here? I'm gonna try to sneak up on that shooter right there. Just gonna watch out for the dog. Can't remember if there's a dog on the side of the thing. He's sneak upable, which we shall do now. And then I'll get our first shooter out of the way. Actually a trick attack. So that guy won't shoot you if you sneak up on him as well, but I think I might have a few too many enemies still in the mix here. Okay, let's try now. I'm also tempted to just bail completely. Go get the shortcut unlocked rather than spending too much time here. I'm sure all those dogs come out, but we're just gonna leave. Out for wheelchair. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridged cathedral ward, as old Yharnam burned to the ground at moonlit night. Bastards with their torches. And there's our shortcut, which when you know it exists is not that hard to get. I'll talk to this guy I should never talk to.
I'm Gil. You must have had a fight. Well, I don't, but I'm willing to help. This time, whatever your reasons, whatever can be gained.
Old Gilbert.
But if it's blood, you're in the church across the valley and deep the birthplace. Yharnamite. Normally the hunt is across deep with it. I haven't fancied it.
Alright. What time is it? Pretty decent start. Still finish farming this area, especially the werewolves who drop good blood vials. Visceral attack! Hey boys, boys. I think the Threaded Cane might be one of the very few weapons that actually does less damage in its trick version. It has more range, but it does less damage. Poke in the eye. Oh my gosh. You guys have a lot of hit points. Come on. Poke you in the eye. Especially because it doesn't even have a charge up version. Now it's your turn. The range on that thing is pretty outrageous. Farther than I feel like it should be. Blood vials, and... oh yeah, werewolf cheesing is the best cheesing. So of course we could make a run on the cleric beast right there, but what's the point? If I'm not mistaken, there's an item back behind one of these. It's over here. No, let's go on the back side. Over here? Man. All the way back here? Psh. I swear, there it is. Just a stinky bloodstone shard. Of course, this is down to the first sewers, which is where you can get your first armor upgrade. Probably about to actually level up my weapons too. I do intend to use the Threaded Cane for a while, so that'd be a worthwhile upgrade to do soon. I swear that does not dispense the blunderbuss. That may very well be in my head, but... that moment when you don't think you have enough stamina, but then suddenly you just barely do. This time, suddenly, you don't. Okay, now we're gonna go down there where all those rats are. The problem is there are a lot of rats. And they are very much nastier than you want them to be. I'm not getting any of them on target here. But let's go after this thing. Fall to our death. seriously, let me go explode that. I don't honestly did never know it until you just pointed it out right now. I like the look of the foreign set, but it is this set is a straight up 100% upgrade. Just go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Yep, never had any idea that you could fuzz during viscerals. It makes sense though, because your weapon damage actually doesn't affect the damage of the visceral attack, which I always thought was a little bit weird. Like you can pull out the biggest weapons and your visceral will do the same damage as... digging this thing. Low damage, but something to be said for that range. My favorite was when Deathlock, the RPG guy, he said that when he was playing this game he actually got all the way to the Cleric Beast without ever going back to the Hunter's Dream because he didn't realize that was a thing. And so he never went back and got his weapons. So he got all the way to the Cleric Beast with nothing but his fists and Molotovs. Which seems borderline impossible to me, and I'm still amazed that that was a thing that he did. So let's make one more attempt at this thing. Try not to fail this time. It's just a Bloodstone shard, but still nice to have early game. Oh, Cold Blood 5, that's actually decent. So we still haven't found our first insight, which we want to find. So, but interesting factoid, you can actually drop down from here, which I didn't realize. First played it, thought it would just kill you, but there's actually a couple of levels of drop down. Right here. And then another one here, although you can actually make the fall all the way to the bottom without dying. From there. Go ahead and run up and open this shortcut real fast. Unless I'm mistaken, this is... oh, this is not the one I thought it was. Oh, yeah, it is. This opens up by the grill. The first time I played this whole area was just so confusing, but at this point I just have this very innate sense of how everything connects. We'll go ahead and talk to her and get the music box. Sure, I'll find you. Will do. Her daddy's favorite song. I wonder who her daddy is. What does the music box say? We should look. Oh, I can't do this while I'm on a letter. Let's look and see what it says on the music box, though. That's so interesting. Names can be made out of faintly and Gascoigne. Interesting. this playthrough is actually kill as few bosses as possible. Just because I've got a bet with my brother that you don't actually have to kill the cleric beast to progress, which he's convinced you do, so I'm very intent on proving him this. But this short right here. Back. Go ahead and be not a dick, but a Mad Max knowledge. Give me that first piece of insight, which will let me level up when I get back to the dream. These early points are going to either what's it called? Stamina, probably. Yeah, see, Shemus knows what's up. You don't have to clear the Cleric Beast. And I'm not gonna. Alright. Like I said, everybody wants in stamina because stamina's the best.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me
Good starting endurance points. What does skill do? Single point of damage, that's pretty worthless right now. Endurance is a titch on the low side. Or my vitality anyway. I'm keeping it in endurance.
Farewell.
I'm gonna go see if I can grab a few levels on my blood cane while we're here. Yeah, do at least one. Too short of another, but it's a little bit more damage anyway. And with that, I am gonna call it a night. It's good progress, all the shortcuts opened, and I haven't completely cleared the area, but I could actually start running on Gascon right now if I wanted to, which I very well might. So, thanks for watching, friends. I will catch you next time.